Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the YouTube stage identification of one New Bedford, Massachusetts resident YouTubers. And I'm here live in the basement. No, this is not MTV's Remote Control, and I'm not Ken Ober. God rest his soul. My name is Eric Lima. You are watching WEML-TV, Channel 77, episode number 229, May the 16th, 2021, 10:08 p.m. And I just got done watching WWE WrestleMania Backlash. A lot of craziness has happened here. A lot of interesting things have happened in this pay-per-view, and it's been. It seems like the family feel-good attitude has been running roughshod in the tag team divisions of SmackDown and in the women's division these past over the weekend. As you know, I talked about it on SmackDown this past Friday. That Natalia and Tamina are the new women's WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, knocking off Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. And as WrestleMania Backlash is has been kicked off, we've come to find out that Dave Bautista narrated the pay-per-view to start off, and then he tweeted that he couldn't be there, but some of his friends are. I was like, what does he mean, some of his friends? And this was too funny. We'll start off on the kickoff show. The Dirty Dogs, the tag team champions at the time, Robert Roode, and Dolph Ziggler, attacked one half of the tag team challengers, Dominic Mysterio. And so there's that. And so then there was a kickoff. Sheamus decided to issue an open challenge, not for his United States title, to anyone who wants to face him. Ricochet came out and gave Sheamus all that he got, but Sheamus won the match in the end. And when he cut a promo, then he starts running his mouth after beating Ricochet. Ricochet attacked Sheamus and then steals Sheamus's hat and coat and did the dab thing, and that kind of ticked Sheamus off. So Sheamus has got three problems: Roberto Carrillo, Mansoor, and now Ricochet. This is going to be interesting to say the least. So then the Raw Women's Championship was kicked off the pay-per-view. Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, and Asuka. And I think either Corey Graves and Byron Saxton said, if Rhea Ripley can defeat both Charlotte Flair and Asuka, she would cement herself as a legit Raw Women's Champion. And fair enough, she did. She won the triple threat match. It was a hard-fought match overall. Charlotte tried to pull a Roman Reigns, did not work. But then Rhea Ripley did survive, did a little thing to Charlotte in the end. I thought it was pretty funny. But I did pick Asuka to win, but unfortunately, she did not win. So we'll see what happens. Will she focus herself on the tag team championship, or she can go to NXT, back to NXT, team up with Io, and go for the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship? Maybe, I don't know. Well, we'll see what happens. That'll be interesting to see. But I think Asuka, during all that time during the pandemic, that she's really made a name for herself, deserves some rest as well. So we'll see what happened. So afterwards, in backstage, Miz and Morrison were talking to each other about the lumberjack match, and he says, "Well, I'm gonna try, go for a thirst trap." And Miz kind of looks at Morrison, who's acting like a dumber than a bag of hammers. You know what thirst trap is. And Morrison's like, I don't care. I'm like, oh, good Lord, we're in trouble. So then the attention went to the trainer's room, and Dominic Mysterio was holding his ribs after being attacked by the Dirty Dogs. And Rey Mysterio goes, "What do you think, Doc?" And he goes, "You're going to need another tag team partner." He did not like that one bit, so he goes, "I'm going to go out there by myself." Anyway, the SmackDown Tag Team Championship happened, but it was a handicap match at first. So it was a handicap 2-on-1 situation, But in the end, Dominic Mysterio did come out, and they both fought hard. But now, history has been made, folks. Dominic and Rey Mysterio have become the first father-son team to become tag team champions for the very first time. So I'm really happy for, during the watch-along, Rey's wife Angie and daughter Aaliyah did watch the matchup, and with the guys from the Bump, Matt Camp, Evan T. Mack, and Ryan Popola, and they went, and Angie was in tears. Congratulations, and then they got to celebrate the FaceTime with the new champs on watch along. It was a really cool moment. That's why I mean by family. Family feel good family moments have been running around in the tag team division. First, you got the Dynasty team of Natalia and Tamina. They got Tamina, the daughter of Jimmy Superfly Snuka, and the Samoan Dynasty. While Natalia's got the Hart Dynasty. So you got that, the new women's tag team champs now. Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio, father and son, tag team champions. That was my favorite moment. Congratulations. So I'm sure the Dirty Dogs will complain, and they'll get a rematch. I'm sure of it. But then you got the Street Profits, and who knows? Maybe the Usos will probably turn. Do we get to give championship an opportunity to once again have the Usos once again turn heel, challenge the Mysterios, and walk out with the belts? Possibilities are endless in this environment. So, and Caleb Braxton just interviewed the new champs. So, and they were talking about it, and it was a great happy moment. Did John Morrison decide, well, I'm going to find the Lumberjacks and talk about this, right? And so John Morrison knocked on the door like the Three Stooges, and then opened it up. There were a bunch of zombies in the Lumberjacks locker room. I'm like, what the heck is up with this? And then come to find out it was sponsored by the Zack Snyder's copy of Army of the Dead, starring Dave Bautista. I'm like, oh boy. All this for a plug. And then you find out, dude, I think I know what Dave Bautista meant by his friends. He got zombies, including a zombie Elvis. And then I saw a zombified version of Iki Manjiro. I was like, how did they get him involved in this? I thought I saw Kushida too. Iki Manjiro, cross-eyed. Cross-eyed zombie. Oh my god. Anyways, Iki Manjiro probably was willing to have fun with it. But then meanwhile, Jimmy Uso was talking to Jey Uso about, we were thinking about what you're doing, and then Roman Reigns interrupts them, and then Jimmy Uso goes, best of luck to you, you're going to need it. And then John Morrison comes racing over to tell the Miz about the zombies, and then Miz is like, what? Seriously? Get out of here, right? That's fine. Let's get to the match, right? And then the Lumberjack match was happened, Damian Priest and the Miz, and the zombies decided to arrive as Lumberjacks. They were the Lumberjacks. And then during the matchup, Miz and Damian Priest decided to join forces and try to take out the zombies during the matchup. And then John Morrison tried to get involved in the matchup, but then the zombies ended up attacking John Morrison. Morrison ended up gone. And then Damian Priest and the Miz, after a hard-fought matchup, Damian Priest hit that move, hit the lights, a.k.a. the Reckoning, as Aiden T-Mac was still calling it. And then after Damian Priest pinned the Miz, he got the heck out of there, and the zombies came down. Well, I don't know where we're going to see Miz and Morrison ever again. Imagine the zombies. I'm awesome. Johnny Trip Trip. Like Johnny No Brains afterwards, and Miz they're not going to have any brains after this matchup. They're like, brains, we need brains. And, oh yeah, those two are so stupid, They make the Three Stooges look smart, So, I don't know what's going to happen to Miz and Morrison. If they come back as zombies, it'll be funny. I said, good, Alexa Bliss can control them. Anyways. Or they could probably do the EZW zombie. God rest his soul. Here's the mic. Brains. Yeah, you're going to need a whole lot of brains, Miz and Morrison, because you're also stupid mind readers charge you half price. Oh my goodness. That was the funniest thing in the world. So, anyways, and then the Usos were arguing with each other about Roman Reigns, and then the SmackDown Women's Championship was on the line. Bianca Belair versus Bayley. It was a hard fought matchup, but then Bianca Belair did win in the end, outsmarting Bayley. Kevin Patrick, who just became a father over last week, was interviewing MVP about the matchup, and he said he believes in Bobby Lashley. Drew McIntyre, they camera panned to him getting ready for the matchup, and then the WWE title was on a triple threat match: Lashley versus Drew McIntyre versus Braun Strowman. This matchup was crazy. 3 of the biggest dudes on the Monday Night Raw roster right now, they went at it. Braun Strowman was doing sentons, planches, and he was doing all sorts of crazy. He did the world's largest Michinoku. Not he. Drew McIntyre pulled out the world's largest Michinoku driver and Strowman. And then McIntyre threw Bobby Lashley once again and threw an LAD screen. But then Lashley survived all that, ended up winning the match in the end to retain his championship. That was crazy in itself. All right. Oh man, so that was crazy in itself. Then the main event was the Universal Championship: Roman Reigns versus Cesaro. In the gorilla position, Jey Uso tried to hype up Reigns, but Reigns decided to go it alone. Tell Jey, go find your brother. So, anyways, so the match happened. These two went at it, and Roman Reigns picked Cesaro's right arm as a body part and started hurting Cesaro and everything else. Cesaro fought back. Sharpshooter came close a couple of times, but in the end, Roman Reigns hit the guillotine, and the referee had to stop the matchup, giving Reigns the victory. Jey Uso showed up, had a lay, places it on Roman Reigns, and then attacked Cesaro after the matchup. And then Seth Rollins showed up, looks at Reigns, kind of glares at him, and Rollins starts laughing, then attacks Cesaro after the matchup, hurting the man's right arm. This is post-match attack, by the way. So Seth Rollins decided to wait after the match, which I gotta respect. Von Baskin did say Seth Rollins was getting involved, but it wasn't going to be during the match. It was afterwards. And I thought Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso would probably be in an argument and be at odds, and all of a sudden they set up Cesaro. But in the end, it was a good, clean matchup. Nobody interfered, so I got to give Roman Reigns some credit for that, some respect for it. Decided to beat Cesaro clean. So it will. But I don't think we'll see the end of this feud, though. But right now, Cesaro may end up getting diverted back to Seth Rollins in this case. And who's going to challenge Roman Reigns next for the Universal title? Who knows? Is Jimmy Uso going to actually challenge him? Who knows for sure? And it's a heck of a matchup, to say the least. So that is it. That's all the time. That's it. That's the Backlash, WrestleMania Backlash Event Center for May the 16th, 2021. Red Sox did lose today. Shohei Ohtani, that guy's going to be an all-star. I can guarantee you that. Got to give credit where credit's due, even though he beat my Red Sox. The guy is just a phenomenal athlete and a phenomenal player. So that's all I got to say. So that is it. The WrestleMania Backlash Event Center for May the 16th, 2021. Remember, Raw is tomorrow. Really excited to see what's going to happen in the fallout. So we only the titles that change hands with the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Rey and Dominic Mysterio. The Mysterios have won the belts, become the first father-son duo to hold those titles. And what's next for Natalya and Tamina? Now they can defend the titles on both Raw and SmackDown. So it's a passport, as Natalya would say. So we're gonna have some fun with that. So I'm sure Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke will be looking to challenge them. I'm sure the Riot Squad will be looking to challenge them as well. And Lana and Naomi, don't forget those, okay? Those ladies as well. So as you know, there'll be another warm day tomorrow, up to 74 degrees. That's why I'm packing a little lighter than usual, and then I don't have to worry about much. And I'm going to have some fun. So it's going to be very interesting to see what it likes. I think, listen, at midweek, we have some 80-degree weather, which is going to be more interesting than not. So I'm really excited about that. So that's all the time we have on the show. Episode 229 of WEML-TV, Channel 77. Check it out on the Check me out on WEML-TV channel 77. This is my YouTube channel. Subscribe if you like any of my content. Subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. Give it a like if you like the video. If you don't, you don't. That's fine. You know, or you can comment on what your opinion about what you thought on the subjects of about WrestleMania Backlash. And what do you think is your favorite moment of Backlash? I think my favorite moment of Backlash, it was the Mysterios winning the tag team titles, and it was a cool moment. And having Dominic use the frog splash that Eddie Guerrero uses, and I'm sure Eddie's probably looking at now with a big smile on his face. But I was like, "Orale, mira, asa, Eddie, Rey Mysterio, and Dominic." You know, it was a lot of fun there. So, anyways, thank you guys for tuning in and watching my videos, and hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. I say I bid you guys good night, and until the next episode, 230, bless out.